Throughout history, certain leaders have risen above the rest, leaving indelible marks on the world through their conquests, governance, and cultural contributions. These rulers have shaped the course of history, their legacies continuing to influence the modern world. In this video, we explore the lives, achievements, and fascinating details about 10 of the greatest rulers in history. Attila the Hun, 434–453 CE. Attila the Hun is one of the most famous and feared figures in history. In the 5th century CE, he led his people through Europe, leaving a lasting impact with his military skills and strong ambition. Attila was an unmatched military leader, known for his creative and ruthless strategies. He mastered psychological warfare, often burning the lands he conquered, which left his enemies demoralized and their territories destroyed. Attila's attacks had a huge effect on the Roman Empire. His constant invasions of both the eastern and western parts of the empire weakened it and sped up its downfall. Roman historians called him the Scourge of God, highlighting the fear he caused throughout Europe. However, for the Huns and their allies, Attila was seen as a hero, representing strength and invincibility. King Solomon, 970–931 BCE. King Solomon's reign was a time of great prosperity for Israel. He became king at a young age, inheriting a strong kingdom from his father, King David. Solomon had big dreams and aimed to leave a lasting legacy. Solomon achieved many great things. He led the construction of some of the most impressive buildings of the ancient world, including the famous Temple in Jerusalem. This beautiful temple, decorated with precious metals and detailed carvings, became a symbol of Israel's faith and culture. Solomon is also known for his incredible wisdom, which is remembered in religious stories. One famous tale tells of two women who both claimed to be the mother of the same child. To find the real mother, Solomon suggested cutting the child in half and giving each woman a piece. The true mother quickly gave up her claim to save the child's life, proving her identity to Solomon. The legend of Solomon's mines, said to be full of gold and treasure, has fascinated people for centuries. Though no one has ever found the mines, they remain a symbol of the wealth and mystery linked to Solomon's reign. Cyrus the Great, 559–530 BCE. Cyrus the Great is one of the most remarkable figures in ancient history, known for his outstanding leadership, military skill, and dedication to human rights. His legacy has lasted for centuries, remembered for his achievements and vision. Driven by a desire to conquer and learn, Cyrus led a series of military campaigns that changed the ancient world. His armies moved swiftly across the Middle East, defeating kingdoms and empires with great skill, leaving his enemies in awe. One of his greatest victories was the conquest of Babylon, which marked the peak of his military success. Using smart strategies and strong leadership, Cyrus's forces broke through Babylon's supposedly unbreakable walls, establishing Persian dominance. The Cyrus cylinder, discovered in the 19th century, is a clay artifact that reflects Cyrus's forward-thinking approach to ruling. Written in cuneiform, it describes his policies of religious freedom, fair treatment of prisoners, and returning displaced people to their homes. It is considered the first known declaration of human rights. Cyrus's influence goes far beyond his empire, shaping the world in lasting and meaningful ways that continue to be felt throughout history. Catherine the Great, 1762–1796. Catherine the Great, born Sophie Friederike August von Anhalt-Zerbst, rose from modest beginnings to become one of Russia's most important rulers, defying the expectations of her time. During her rule, the Russian Empire changed dramatically. Catherine worked to centralize power and make the government more efficient. She also focused on growing the economy by boosting industry, trade and farming. New cities were built and the empire expanded, showing her vision for a stronger, more powerful Russia. Catherine's reign was not just about politics and economics, it was also a time of cultural growth. As a supporter of the arts and a writer herself, she encouraged the development of literature, music and art. Catherine's influence went beyond Russia. Her rule was a key moment in history, shaping both the future of Russia and the direction of European politics and culture. Ramses II, 1279–1213 BCE. At 25, Ramses II ascended to the throne, taking over a kingdom that had faced years of conflict. With determination, he aimed to restore Egypt's power and make it a leading force in the ancient world. Ramses II was a great builder, and his most famous project, the Abu Simbel Temple complex, shows his ambition. Carved into rock, the temple features massive statues of Ramses II, each over 60 feet or 18 meters tall, impressing all who see them. As a skilled military leader, Ramses II led many successful campaigns, expanding Egypt's empire. His victory at the Battle of Kadesh against the Hittites is one of the earliest recorded battles in history, and it confirmed his reputation as a fearless warrior. But Ramses II wasn't just a fighter, he was also a smart diplomat. He built alliances and made treaties with neighboring kingdoms, ensuring peace for his people. The peace treaty with the Hittites, one of the earliest international agreements, shows his skill in diplomacy. Ramses II understood the power of symbols and the importance of leaving a lasting legacy. Through his strong leadership and belief in his royal right to rule, he elevated Egypt's status and made sure his name would be remembered throughout history. Qin Shi Huang, 221–210 BCE. Ancient China was divided into 7 powerful states, constantly fighting for control. Ying, later known as Qin Shi Huang, saw the need for a unified empire and spent 20 years working toward this goal. Using a mix of military power and diplomacy, Qin Shi Huang conquered each of the warring states one by one. His armies, using advanced tactics and better weapons, were unbeatable. With each victory, his empire expanded, and by 221 BCE, he had united all of China, forming the Qin dynasty. As the first emperor of a unified China, he focused on centralizing power and creating a strong foundation for his rule. One of his biggest achievements was introducing the legalist philosophy, a strict system of laws and punishments to keep order. Although harsh, it helped ensure that the empire ran smoothly, with everyone following the same rules. Qin Shi Huang is also known for building the Great Wall of China. He saw the need for a strong defense against northern nomadic tribes, so he ordered the connection and strengthening of existing walls. Built by hundreds of thousands of workers, the Great Wall stretched for thousands of miles across difficult terrain. Another of his legacies is the Terracotta Army, a collection of thousands of life-size statues of soldiers, horses and chariots created for his elaborate tomb. Each figure is unique, showing the craftsmanship of the artists who made them. This army was meant to protect Qin Shi Huang in the afterlife, highlighting his desire to leave a lasting legacy that would outlive him. Napoleon Bonaparte, 1804–1815. Imagine a figure whose name echoes through the annals of history, a force of nature that reshaped the world as you know it. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man whose rise to power was as meteoric as his eventual downfall. As the French Revolution swept across the nation, Napoleon found himself caught in the whirlwind of change. With his unwavering determination and tactical brilliance, he rose through the ranks of the revolutionary army cementing his reputation as a formidable military leader. Napoleon's military prowess was unparalleled, and his campaigns read like epic tales of conquest and triumph. From the battlefields of Italy to the sands of Egypt, his strategic genius and fearless leadership inspired awe and fear in equal measure. The Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive legal system that enshrined principles of equality and civil liberties, was one of his most enduring achievements. This groundbreaking legislation laid the foundation for modern civil law and served as a model for legal systems across Europe and beyond. However, Napoleon's story also includes a great downfall. His desire for more conquests led to mistakes, including the failed invasion of Russia in 1812. The harsh winter and strong Russian resistance destroyed much of his army and marked the beginning of his decline. In 1815, Napoleon faced final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo against a coalition led by the Duke of Wellington. Afterward, he was forced to give up his power and was exiled to the island of St. Helena, where he spent the rest of his life reflecting on his incredible journey. Julius Caesar, 49–44 BCE. Born into a noble family, Julius Caesar faced many challenges from the start. His early years were filled with political unrest and the threat of civil war. Despite these obstacles, his ambition and intelligence helped him rise quickly in Roman society. He built powerful alliances and became a skilled speaker and military leader. Caesar's military achievements were remarkable. He led his armies across the Roman Empire, conquering lands and defeating strong enemies. His famous conquest of Gaul and his victory at the Battle of Alesia showed his brilliant tactics and determination. In Roman politics, Caesar played a key role in shaping the future of the Republic. His reforms, though controversial, were meant to fix the corruption and inequalities in the system. He gained more power over time, eventually becoming the dictator of Rome. But on the Ides of March in 44 BCE, Caesar's life came to a tragic end. A group of conspirators, including Brutus and Cassius, assassinated him. The betrayal shocked Rome and left a lasting mark on history. Genghis Khan, 1206–1227. Genghis Khan, born as Temujin, came from humble beginnings to create one of the largest empires in history. His story is one of resilience, strategic genius, and determination that changed the world. Genghis Khan was an unmatched military leader. His innovative tactics transformed warfare and terrified his enemies. The Mongol army was known for its speed, thanks to their expert horse riding and ability to move quickly across long distances, catching opponents by surprise. He also used psychological warfare, spreading fear before his armies arrived. Stories of the Mongols' ruthlessness often led to panic and surrender. His army was excellent at gathering intelligence, using scouts and spies to adapt to different terrains and enemy strategies. As Genghis Khan conquered more land, his empire grew across Eurasia, from China to Persia. Under his rule, the Silk Road flourished, boosting trade and cultural exchange between East and West. The Mongols helped spread new technologies, such as gunpowder, siege weapons, and farming methods. Even centuries after his death, Genghis Khan's legacy remains strong. His name is still associated with conquest, military strength, and the pursuit of power. Alexander the Great, 336–323 BCE. Born in 356 BCE in Pella, the capital of ancient Macedonia, Alexander was destined for greatness. As the son of King Philip II and Queen Olympias, he grew up in an environment that encouraged his thirst for knowledge and ambition. When his father was assassinated, Alexander became king at just 20 years old. Inheriting a powerful army and a kingdom on the edge of chaos, he quickly secured his rule by putting down rebellions. But his dreams went beyond Macedonia. He wanted to create an empire larger than any before. Among the many battles that shaped Alexander's legacy, the Battle of Gaugamela stands as a pinnacle of his military genius. Witness the clash of titans as Alexander's disciplined Macedonian forces collide with the vast Persian army led by Darius III. With a masterful display of tactics and strategy, Alexander outmaneuvered his opponents, shattering the Persian ranks and securing a decisive victory that would forever alter the course of history. As Alexander's empire expanded, his influence spread across the ancient world, from the bustling city of Alexandria to remote parts of Central Asia. His legacy shaped culture, trade, and governance throughout his vast territories. However, even the greatest conquerors are not immortal. In 323 BCE, at the height of his power, Alexander died unexpectedly, leaving behind a massive empire. After his death, chaos erupted as his generals fought for control, dividing the empire into separate kingdoms.